Okay, here's the deal. It's 1970. I'm sitting in front of the TV on a Saturday morning with a couple of my siblings with a great big bowl of sugary cereal. Well, actually it wasn't sugary because my mom wouldn't buy us stuff like that. So it was cornflakes that we would add a ton of sugar to. So we sat down with our big bowl of cereal to watch Saturday morning cartoons. And who can forget those cartoons? Those classics like the Jetsons.
Jay, stop this crazy thing!
Or what about Scooby-Doo? That Shaggy, he always had the munchies.
For a few Scooby snacks?
I'll do it! Ruby Roo!
And then, of course, there was the Flintstones.
Winston tastes good, like cigarette should.
And how can we forget the adventures of Toucan Sam?
I'll starve. Mr. Mole, don't despair of fruitful breakfasts in the air. Follow your nose. Yahoo! It always knows the flavor of fruit.
These Froot Loops are good, but you're a funny-looking chicken.
On a side note, Toucan Sam underwent a facelift. And, well, the results were not positive. So he ended up on Botched, where he had a revamp of his facelift and came out a little better looking than he did after that first attempt. And how about that Trix rabbit?
Ah, Trix is raspberry red, lemon yellow, orange. Oh, joy! What? Huh?
It's the rabbit. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
And sometimes for tricky rabbits.
Then, of course, there was Marty, the Walmart Wallaby. Okay, maybe I don't quite remember him. But then who can forget the Cheerios cartoon featuring Kid and Sue?
Once Cheerios is digested, beta-glucan mixes with water to form a gel that can help naturally remove some cholesterol from the body.
So all those memories down memory lane brings me to today's theme, and that is tasting fruity cereals. So today we're going to try Froot Loops. I haven't had this for decades, so I'm anxious to try it again for the first time. We have Fruity Pebbles, speaking of Flintstones. These only recently came to Canada about maybe 2 years ago. And so I did try them, but this box is almost empty. Oh, yeah, I know. Then we have something called Trix Minis. I didn't buy the regular size Trix because these were on sale. They're clearing them out, I guess. I think General Mills had a obsession with mini cereals for a while there. I believe I saw a mini Cinnamon Toast Crunch even. So yeah, we'll try these. I'm hoping they have the same flavor as regular Trix. I've never tasted Trix, so I'm really anxious to try these. Then we have the Walmart generic version, the Great Value. In Canada, they're called Fruity Whirls. Even in the States, they're called Fruit Spins. I'm not sure why there's a different name for each country, but there it is. So I'm anxious to try these. And then finally, what got me started on this whole thing was the fact that Cheerios has come out with a fruit flavored Cheerio. And we're not talking about all their other fruit flavors like strawberry and banana and blueberry and the million different fruit flavors they've had over the last few years. But these are just obviously a total knockoff of Froot Loops. I'm surprised they're doing this, but they are, so I'm anxious to try these. And then, as a special bonus, we're going to try some Halloween ones that I got on sale. This is Carmella Creeper, I think it's called. I believe they're apple and caramel flavor. Limited time, so these are going fast. And then another Halloween one. These are the Wednesday cereals. So it's cookies and cream. So I'm assuming it's Oreo flavor. And I'm not really a fan of Oreos, so this'll be a tough sell. Okay, so I've got my milk, I've got my spoon, I've got all my cereals. Let's begin. Let's start with Froot Loops. Haven't had these for so long.
Follow your nose.
Ew, they do not smell like I remember at all, and they don't even look like I remember. This could be because Canada has all kinds of regulations about dyes and stuff in food, so maybe.
It always knows.
But oh, no, they barely have that really Froot Loopy smell I remember. I'm going to try some just dry. Wow, these are absolutely nothing like I remember. I can sort of get a faint scent of they used to smell like, but these, ugh. If I were a kid, I don't think I'd like these. Let's see what's in them. to give them the very little fruit flavor they have. So the number one ingredient, of course, is sugar. And they claim it's whole grain corn, so they've got to be good for you. Just wheat flour, then whole grain oat flour, corn bran, oat hull fiber. And then they have carrot juice for color, some other things I've never heard of for color, turmeric for color, natural flavor. And it's got watermelon juice for color, blueberry for color, some other juice for color, and stevia. Wow, these are just such a disappointment. I can't believe it. Maybe they'll taste better with milk. Let's try it. Okay, get a bit of milk on them. These are awful. They're like little sugar rings, and that's it. I do not taste anything like what I remember these tasting like. Do kids actually like these? I'm really glad I got these on sale. They were clearing it out for 39 cents. It's not even worth that. There's just none of that Froot Loops smell there used to be. Okay, why don't we try the Fruity Pebbles? They're gluten-free, so let's try some dry. They've got a real vanilla scent to them. And again, not a whole lot of flavor. Wow, but are they ever colorful? Look at that. It's a ridiculous amount of color. Okay, these are better than the Froot Loops. But again, really lacking in fruit flavor. And the texture is something I'm not crazy about. I believe these are just crushed pieces of puffed rice. But the texture is sort of like Captain Crunch, where it sticks to your teeth. I don't know if you know what I mean, but yeah, not a whole lot of taste. Okay, let's see what these are made of. So they are rice sugar, vegetable oil, natural and artificial flavor. Doesn't tell you what, but holy cow, a lot of colorings and weird things. So these are slightly better than Froot Loops, but not much, especially for fruit flavor. Okay, silly rabbit, let's hope you come through. Wow, these are vividly colored as well. I don't smell anything. Let's taste them. Okay, they don't taste like fruit, but they taste better than the Fruity Pebbles and the Froot Loops. So it's hard to believe things like this are classified as breakfast cereal. Like they do pretty much look like candy. Okay, let's pour some milk on this silly rabbit. I can see these appealing to kids just because of the color. Like it's like a bouquet of balloons or something. Okay, first time trying Trix. Definitely more fruit flavor, but it is subtle too. But at least I'm getting some hint of fruit. I'm wondering if because Canada has tighter regulations about what can go into food than the US, if ours are really a toned down version because they're lacking a lot of the artificial flavor and ingredients that you guys have in the States. Let me know in the comments if your Froot Loops are really bland now. Like especially somebody in my age group who remembers them as a kid. Have they changed them that dramatically? Are they like that in the States? Or has anyone else in Canada tried them lately and found the same thing? Let's see what was in the Trix to give them flavor. So their first ingredient is whole grain corn as opposed to sugar. But then right after that sugar, corn syrup. And for flavoring, natural and artificial flavor. And then a whole bunch of dyes again. Then rosemary extract for some reason. On the back of the box, you can build a mini kitchen. Okay, so far Trix are the best out of the lot, but they're not great. Okay, let's try these Fruity Whirls, or Fruit Spins in the States. Let's see what these are made of. It's a flour blend of corn, wheat, and oat, sugar, and then dye, which is what we will do if we eat too much of this. And for flavoring, oh yeah, natural flavor is the last ingredient. Okay, let's try these. Okay, these are much more vivid in color than the Froot Loops. So I do have a little more hope that these are gonna taste better, but based on the scent, I don't think so. There's no scent at all. I keep hearing how the breakfast cereal category is in trouble because nobody's buying it anymore. And if it tastes like this, I can see why. I can't see kids going, oh, I want some of that tasteless, sugary cereal. Ever so slight taste of old Froot Loops. I shouldn't have to be trying so hard to taste them. I can definitely feel the sugar clinging to my teeth. Okay, again, almost no flavor except sweet. No flavor, no scent. All right, so the one that started me on this whole trek to try fruit cereals is this Cheerios, which still surprises me. I can't believe they've stooped this low after coming out with things like, I believe all the other fruit cereals they had real freeze-dried fruit. These, one thing they have going for them is concentrated pear puree. Other than that, it's just a whole bunch of badness. So let's taste them. Okay, so some are vividly colored and then some are just like, oh yay, brown, tan. Okay, so they've got that Cheerios oaty flavor, but just super sweet. Okay, and they're trying to be health conscious or make us believe we're being health conscious by making them into the shape of hearts. I thought their claims about how good they are for you were dismissed a while ago, but maybe not if they're still doing it. Okay, so if it wasn't for the blue and the red, these would just be like regular Cheerios. Or maybe those are just regular Cheerios. They're round. Again, just sweet. I don't taste pear at all. These ones are going soggy very quickly. All the rest kept their crunch. So these are definitely not. Okay, so in my ranking from bottom to top in flavor, I would say Froot Loops is last. It is dead last. It has no fruit scent, no fruit flavor. The color now is so off-putting. It used to be so vivid. So based on the expectation and the reality, these are a negative number. I'll give them a negative 5 out of 5. Okay, and then next on the worst to best would be these Cheerios. How dare you call them fruity? There's nothing fruity about these. The fact they go soggy fast and they have no real fruit flavor, they're a dud too. I'm giving them a negative 4. Next, I'll give the Fruit Whirls or Fruit Spins a negative 3. There's a little reminiscent scent of Froot Loops in them, but not enough to make up for the blandness of them. So negative 3. Then at second best, I would say Fruity Pebbles, but again, they're lacking in fruit flavor too. So I'm going to give them a negative 2. Finally, the best of the worst, I would have to say, is Trix. I don't know if the regular size Trix taste like this, but they had the most potential to have a fruit flavor. So they get a negative 1. So I guess this is the best of the worst, and that's not saying much. Okay, and as a bonus, we've got some Halloween stock. Let's try this Carmella Creeper. This was in the whole series from General Mills. Yeah, the same ones who make the horrible Cheerios. So this is from General Mills, and it's part of their creepy haunted cereal line like Frankenberry and Count Chocula and Boo Berry. So this was fairly new. I think this was 2 years ago they brought it out, and it was just this year it came to Canada. So let's give these a try. Oh, they smell like caramel. Good, I'm not losing my sense of scent. They have a scent. Okay, so I'm not sure what this shape is supposed to be. Is it a Carmella? But it's also got those disgusting little marshmallows that are just sugar bombs, and I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. Let's see what it says. Naturally and artificially flavored caramel and apple cereal with monster marshmallows. And it's got a bonus mask on the back. Walk around in a cardboard cereal box mask. If your parents can afford to buy you this, they can afford to buy you a decent costume, I would think. Let's try one of these. It's supposed to be apple. I used to love Apple Jacks as a kid. It's kind of reminiscent of Apple Jacks. Again, not as flavorful. Let's see what's in these. Is there any actual apple in them? A lot of sugar, 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 sugar. Natural and artificial flavor. Wow. Rosemary extract in these too. I'm not sure what the cereal industry is doing. I guess maybe because they're so heavily regulated, they are grasping at straws. Let's just try some of the green apple part. I'll taste the caramel, slight apple taste. Let's try it with the marshmallows. Oh my God, those marshmallows are so sweet. It is like biting into a sugar lump. And I've seen where you can actually buy just the marshmallows from cereal. I don't know how anyone could eat these. Even as a kid, I didn't like them. I don't like the texture. And they said they were marshmallows, and yet they're crunchy. Yeah, I'd say you're better off with Frankenberry or Boo Berry, although who knows what those taste like now. So on a scale from 1 to 5, I'm going to give these a 2. They're quite underwhelming. And last on the list today is this Wednesday cereal from Kellogg's. And they claim to be cookies and cream flavor. And I am not a fan of Oreos, so I'm not expecting to like these. And let's see if they have even any. Oh, they have cocoa. Oh, but then they have the marshmallows. Oh, gross. Let's try these. They actually have a very good smell. I smell something very cocoa-y. Okay, so in that pour, I only got 2 marshmallows, and I'm not mad about that. Okay, so this is what the main cereal looks like. And this is what the marshmallow looks like. I don't know. Is that supposed to be a ghost, or maybe it's a coffin? Okay, let's try it dry. Not bad. Marshmallows actually give me shivers. But actually, even the marshmallow tastes good. Okay, let's try it with milk. Okay, and it's making the milk go chocolatey. I don't know if you can see that. It's really making the milk go chocolatey. Okay, wow. Yeah, it is really creating chocolate milk here. Okay, let's give it a try. Wow, okay. It actually tastes almost like there's no sugar in it. It's I don't see kids liking this, actually. It is so far from sweet. Let's try it with a marshmallow to give it some of the sugaryness. Okay, wow, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the marshmallows actually help it. There's sort of a chalkiness to it. But yeah, wow. So far, this is the best one. The one I least expected to like. If you want to give your teeth a break from all those sugary cereals, this would be the one to eat. And then I'm left with this chocolatey milk. Okay, yeah, that's definitely the best. So on a scale from 1 to 5, I'm going to give this a 4. This is actually really good. Okay, so that's it. That's the deal with trying fruity cereal and a couple bonus Halloween ones. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Like, has cereal changed that much over the years? Like, if you're around my age, 60 plus, you'll know what I'm talking about. So if you found it's changed that much, let me know, because I'm really curious. Did my taste buds just go to pot? Or are cereals tasting way less intense than they used to? Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.